The prompt that found me this week was, what have I been waiting for someone else to say that only I can say to myself? And I had to sit with that one for a long time before anything really came, because I think when you're inside a hard season, you spend a lot of energy waiting for someone to notice, waiting for someone to say you're doing okay, or that this is genuinely hard, or you're allowed to not have it all figured out right now. And maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a friend who used to know how to read you before life got this loud. Maybe it's the version of yourself you wish would show up and say something kind, instead of the one that keeps tallying everything you didn't get done. But here's what I've started to notice. The thing I'm waiting to hear, it's almost always something I could say to myself. And often it's something only I can say to myself because no one else has an inside view of how tired I actually am. This season has been a tough one. I thought the last season was hard, having a small baby, no sleep, my whole life rearranged around someone else's needs. But this season hasn't gotten easier. It's just morphed into a different kind of hard. Time has gone strange, painfully slow on the inside of any given day, lightning fast looking back. I'll catch a moment, my kids doing something small and ordinary, that I'll want to pause time and live there forever. And then 10 minutes later, I'll want to crawl into a hole and stay there for a while. Both of those things are true at the same time, about the same life. The phrase I keep coming back to lately is, I'm just doing my best. And I've been quietly giving myself permission that my best today doesn't have to be my best yesterday. That on the days I'm running on 3 hours sleep, my best might look very small. And for that day, that moment, small is enough. Some days my best is finishing the work. Some days my best is not crying in the car. Some days my best is just making it to bedtime without losing my temper. I used to think that wasn't enough, that I needed to be doing more than my best, that doing my best was the floor, not the bar. But I think I had that backwards. When I sat down to draw this, I didn't really know where it was going. It just started with a shape, a cone. I thought maybe an ice cream cone on a warm summer day, something simple, something a child would draw. But as it took shape, I realized the scoop wasn't sitting on top of the cone the way it's supposed to. It was on the ground, melting, soft, fallen. And I sat with that for a minute, because that's exactly what a lot of this season has felt like. When you're holding something carefully, you're doing your best, and it still ends up on the ground sometimes. Not because you weren't trying hard enough, just because sometimes the cone tips. And I think the part I've been hardest on myself about is the moment after. The moment when you're standing there looking at the fallen scoop with sticky hands and the feeling that you've ruined something. That's the moment I've been waiting for someone to say something kind to me about. And then I picked up a different pen and I wrote what I needed to hear. Not, you've got this. Not, oh, everything happens for a reason. Just, it's gonna be okay. The kind of thing you'd say to a child who's just dropped her ice cream and is trying her best not to cry. Gentle, soft, not pretending the ice cream is still on the cone, just sitting beside her on the pavement and telling her quietly that this small disaster isn't the end of the world. I wrote it for her, but of course I wrote it for me. Because the voice I've been waiting to hear, kind, quiet, not pretending things are fine, but reassuring me anyway, is the one I'm slowest to use on myself. The voice I've been waiting for is mine, and it's been here all along, just pointed at everyone else. If you've been waiting for someone to say something kind to you about how you're doing right now, I'd be curious. What's the sentence you've been waiting to hear that only you can say to yourself? Thank you so much for watching. When you subscribe, we grow together because hopefully these prompts are helping you too. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments or the community chat, so stop by.